Hey, BoLS fans, I'm AdamHarry, and I'm here to show off the awesome brand new miniatures from the Indomitus box set for Warhammer 40,000. These are the new Necrons we'll be going over today. We'll be covering each unit individually, taking a closer look at each one of the models in the unit, and do some group shots as well. We are really pumped about this one, we being me mostly. These are going to be added to our Necron Studio Army. Painted in the Necron Dynasty paint style, so I'm super excited to see these guys painted up with that golden turquoise, copper and turquoise look. Should be pretty awesome looking. Ton of new units in this, ton of new sculpts again for the Scarabs and the Warriors. All of these models are push fit, which is again mind blowing to me because they look so good and you can't really tell. So I'm wondering if this is the way forward for GW, but that's enough speculation. Let's focus on those beautiful models. We're going to kick it off with the Overlord. This is a brand new sculpt for a Necron Overlord. Very cool stuff. Weapon-wise, he's got a Tachyon arrow, which is crazy. It's a weapon he can only fire once per battle. 120-inch range. So on the board, it is Assault 1. Strength 12, AP -5, D6 damage. You're not running away from that thing. That's kind of crazy. Close combat wise, he's got a melee attack. It's for the Hyperphase Glaive, which is that bonkers new looking glaive there. Very cool stuff. Just kind of rotate it around a little bit here so you can see the back of the model. Yeah, I'm digging this model. I'm gonna have to play Necrons, guys. I'm sorry. But that's just cool, man. Like I like the updated look to the Necrons. This guy is definitely a little beefier, a little bulkier than previous Overlords. Again, he's on a much bigger base too, so that's a nice touch. Just kind of upscaled the Necrons. I'm not saying that they got the Primaris treatment. I'm just saying they've been hitting the gym. Here we have the new Royal Warden. This is a new unit for the Necrons. It comes equipped with a Relic Gauze Blaster, which is his fancy weapon there. It is a 24-inch range rapid fire 2 weapon. Clocks in at Strength 5, AP -2, and does 2 damage. So pretty decent shooting attack from that there gun. He's basically kind of like a lieutenant. You can use his ability, adaptive strategy in your command phase. So if a unit can fall back and they can still shoot. So it doesn't have like the aura buffs of Lieutenant, but kind of functions in a similar kind of vein as a support unit for probably your Necron Warriors who are going to fall back and want to shoot again. So I like the little cape he's got going on there. Yeah, Peacock's got a peacock, right? So there you go. Cool. I like the base stuff too. That's all part of the model there. Again, for a push-foot model, very impressive stuff all around from GW. Boom. Here we have the creepy but cool Plasmancer. I say it's creepy because he doesn't have legs. So it's hard to see there, but he's kind of floating on his base. I'll turn it sideways so you can rotate here. But he's just got like a spine and like a jetpack. No legs. He's got the little, Necron memorabilia floating around there. That's actually what's connecting him to the base. That and his plasmic lance. That's his weapon. It's not only a melee weapon, it doubles as a shooting attack too. So that's what that big glaive looking thing is. It's an 18-inch range shooting attack, assault D3. Clocks in at strength 7, AP -3 and 2 damage. So watch out for that thing. And then again in melee, it's strength user, so it's strength 4. But it is still AP -3 and 2 damage. So he's not exactly a close combat monkey, or junkie for that matter, but he can still chop stuff up. So cool looking model. Again, cool but creepy. That's like a tail. It's not even like a spine. I don't know what to think, man. What do you guys think? Oh man, this is the Scorepick Lord. I have been looking forward to this model for a while. Ever since they showed it off in the trailer, and then some. Got 3 arms, which is a little weird. It reminds me kind of like a sort like the hermit crabs or whatever with the one big claw. Okay. I'm not a crab person, so I don't know my crustaceans very well. Sorry, but it is a really cool looking model. can see he's got the big old warglaive there, the giant power claw thing. So that is a flensing claw, and then his big glaive thing there, that's a hyperphase harvester. And then his gun up top there, that thing right there, that one is the, I'm going to butcher this one, Inimic Annihilator. So check that out. He's got it all. He's also got 3 legs. So there you go. Very cool model. Kind of reminds me of a Carnifex in some ways. Again, 3 legs, 3 arms, which is, it is what it is. He is a beat stick, though. I'm digging this model. It does have an 8-inch move too, which is kind of cool. That's a big old base too. So, man, I'm digging this. I like the little scar above his right eye. I think that's a really nice little touch there. You know, with the whole backstory of the Necrons regenerate, but maybe a little firmware update there. Go back to full. So, I like it. I like it a lot. That is the Scorepick Lord. Crypto Thralls are up next. These guys are like little murder cans. Murder buckets, man. Buckets with side arms. So they have side limbs. They're really cool looking though. Again, I like the battle damage that's already baked into the model here. So you don't have to just like paint it up as battle damage. It's already baked in there. You can practice your weathering techniques and all that fun stuff on them. But they are little murder buckets running around. Necrons, you know, get a new close combat unit. Not a bad thing for them. Personally, I would run these over the Necron Flayers, but that's just because I have a objection to those models because they don't look as cool as these. So I would much rather run murder buckets over those fleshy abominations that are the Flayers. Anyway, personal opinion aside, I think they're really cool. They have a bunch of special rules here, living metal, reanimation protocols. That's all standard stuff, though, right? They do offer kind of a bodyguard ability, so you have to shoot them first instead of like cryptek units and things like that. And they do some pretty solid work in close combat. So neat little units, neat little murder buckets. What more do you want to know? Here is the Canoptic Reanimator. This thing is cool and creepy. It's got the War of the Worlds vibe, and it's kind of a mix between an elephant and a giraffe. I'm turning sideways here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. See, it's got the 4 legs. It's got the 2 little spindly arms there with the claws in the front there. Those are elongated claws, if you were wondering. It's got a little tiny neck and head and a big old body. That's actually the back of the model, which, you know, there you go. It's got some cool atomizer beams, Salt 3, Strength 6, AP minus 2, 1 damage of each. So, a little pew-pew action. What he really does, though, is he helps out with reanimation, so definitely want to keep him around. I love this model, though. I like how spindly it is. I like how the top's kind of bulky. Yeah, it's just cool. It's a cool design choice from GW here. And again, I like that you can see up top there the little scrapes and bumps and divots and stuff like that. That's not paint on the model. That's sculpted onto the model. Same with the little divots on the legs and stuff. So I think as a hobbyist, you're going to really enjoy painting up this model. It's going to offer a cool challenge here. I really dig it. So, and it's still kind of in line with like the Canoptic kind of units, like the Canoptic Scarabs and things like that. So I love it. This is another really fun unit I've been looking forward to learning more about. This is the Scorepick Destroyers unit. They are a close combat version of the classic Necron Destroyers here. They are a unit of 3, but you can actually take a 0-1 option for the plasma sight here, which is that little guy. If you're wondering what that thing does, I'm going to read this really fast. Canoptic plasma sights use their monomolecular proboscis to inject an infectious sentient energy into the deranged members of the Destroyer cults. This hateful substance, as dangerous as it is powerful, heightens their nihilistic insanity and drives their mindless annihilation to new heights. What that does in game, I'm not sure, but it. Let's see, I can find out real fast. If you choose to use the special rule here at the start of the fight phase, you roll the die for a tier. On a 1, Scorepick Destroyer model and the unit is destroyed. Ouch. Until the end of the phase, add 1 to the strength and attacks characteristics of the Scorepick Destroyer models in the unit. So again, that starts in the fight phase. So it's basically like an injection of the sauce, if you will, to make them hit even harder with more attacks. But it's definitely like a plasma thing, because if you fail, they die. And these guys are 3-wound models, so that's going to be quite the tally to reap there. They have different weapons, each one. Going through here, one of them has the Hyperphase Reap Blade. One of them has the Hyperphase Threshers. Well, it's kind of a mix. I believe these two guys have the Hyperphase Threshers, and then this guy right here has the Hyperphase Reap Blade. I'm guessing that's how it works based on the weapon descriptions, because the Reap Blade, I'm assuming, is the guy with the two-hander here, because he gets +2 strength in his attacks. The other guys have strength as user, so they also make 1 additional attack. So that would be my guess, considering the stuff I have here in the book that I'm reading off of here. So, by the way, all these rules are in the Edge of Silence, which I'm using for reference, because I don't know these rules yet. I just freaking built the models, man. Leave me alone. Anyway, these units are really cool. Moving on. Here are the brand new Necron Warriors. These models, again, push to fit, kind of cool. What's neat about the box, though, in the Indomitus box set, these come on they come in a couple of sets of sprues. What's really cool, though, is in the box, you get 20 warriors, but you actually get all of the weapon options to load up the warriors however you want to do that. If you want to run them all as the classic Gauss Flayers, you can do that. If you want to tweak that and run them as the new double barrel Gauss Reapers, you can now do that too. Again, all 20 models, each way, however you want to build them. It's a nice touch from GW's part, because I was expecting to have to kind of mix and match. Maybe you get like 10 and 10, but no, you get the full 20. So very cool stuff. I'm honestly kind of wondering if they're just going to take those sprues from the box and repackage those as the Necron Warriors, because officially, like the box set later on, because I want, like, honestly, even though they're push fit, you can't tell, and they're Necron Warriors, right? These guys are like mindless. Well, maybe not mindless, but they're, you know, they're death machines, man. They're the Terminator walking at you here. That kind of clinical look, cold clinical killing machines. So anyway, just 2 cents on that one. Necron Warriors. I do like the new sculpts. Again, these guys have that kind of degenerative look to them, where their reanimation protocols haven't quite kicked in all the way, perhaps. They do have the more space undead look to them, more so than in previous editions, and I kind of dig it. So, cool stuff. Here are the Canoptic Scarab Swarms. These are the new sculpts for Scarabs. I don't know what else to say. They look new. They are like one-piece models now, so no longer do you have to like glue each Scarab on the base individually. Now they're like a little bucket of dudes on there. They come on the Necron Warrior sprues, so I'm guessing that you get like, well, yeah, you get 3 per set, so they're gonna be running with from the Warriors. Anyway, not much else to say. They didn't really change a whole lot compared to the ones in the Codex. But I do like the new sculpts. I think it's neat. And there you go. You get 6 total. So run them as a big blob, tie stuff up with them, munch on armor. I don't know what to say. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.